A look to the future this evening as some of the top young talents of the Italian game. That's it.
riesci a farmi una ripresa esatto di questo, perché non so dimmi dove lo vuoi, se lì, più dietro, più avanti.
No, va bene, per me va bene lì, ho poca luce.
Ci andrà il pallone. No, dimmi tu, finché si vede il logo lo posso fare spostare, aspetta.
Più avanti?
Un po' più avanti, deve vedersi il logo bene però, E poi sopra se andrà il pallone si vede lei sicuro. Dimmi tu se più a destra, più a sinistra. Aspetta. Un po' più a destra. Lo lasciamo lì, Ok.
Non sento ragazzi,
Va bene.
mi sento bene.
Anche perché dopo qua il pallone.
Scusami, ma le squadre comunque...
Escono dal tunnel così, si uniscono in centro e prendono il pallone.
Ok.
Ci saranno anche i bambini, sì. Aspetta, Luca!
Allora escono dai tunnel laterali, però poi dopo si uniscono al centro. Vero? Mi capiamo? Sì.
Facciamo così, capisco questo. Siamo domani.
In realtà c'è. Non c'è il microfono. Non c'è il microfono.
A look to the future this evening as some of the top young talents of the Italian game compete for the first. That's it.
ci riusciamo.
È tempo di scendere in campo. È tempo di vivere nuove sfide. Torniamo ad emozionarci insieme con la forza delle connessioni. È tempo di scendere in campo. È tempo di vivere nuove sfide. Torniamo ad emozionarci insieme con la forza delle connessioni.
Vede, per tutti facciamo questo.
Ma io come faccio questa cuffia a sentirti? Secondo te? Questa cuffia come faccio a lavorare secondo te?
A look to the future this evening as some of the top young Italian talents of the game compete for the first major honours of the season. And what a contest we should have on the cards. Inter will be looking to replicate the feats of the senior side in Riyadh a week ago and ensure that the trophy is once again draped in black and blue. Last season's league winners have been struggling to hit the same heights in the current edition and will hope that tonight can kickstart their campaign. Opponents Fiorentina booked their place after an incredible fourth straight Coppa Italia triumph. The cup specialists are here with the sole aim of defending the trophy that they held aloft back in December of 2021. Who will get their hands on the coveted silverware? It's Inter versus Fiorentina in the final of the Supercoppa Primavera TIM, live from the All-Power Stadium. So an exciting glimpse at the next generation that could potentially be representing with distinction the senior sides of these two storied clubs in the years to come. As the players make their way out onto the pitch, alongside this evening's match official Gabriele Scatena from Avezzano. The teams both guided by two young coaches with extremely distinguished playing careers, now making their mark in the technical area. Fiorentina in their changed white strip for the occasion, Inter in the traditional black and blue stripes. The trophy resplendent. Who will be lifting it come the end of the clash? Set to get underway here then in Monza. 5 changes apiece for both sides compared to the previous starting 11s that were fielded in the league. Cristian Chivo making a couple of changes in defence, opting for a 4-2-3-1 formation this evening. Mattia Zanotti and Christian Dervisci coming in the fullback positions. In the heart of defence, Stefano Di Pentima partners captain Alessandro Fontanarosa with Greek Nikolaos Bottis between the sticks. Fontanarosa shaking hands with opposite number Elion Tocci, the Fiorentina captain, as the players go through the pre-match rituals. The Fiorentina captain had been a doubt to start, in the end taking his place at the spearhead of the Fiorentina attack. Inter's midfield composed of Silas Anderson and Samuel Grigar, both coming in to replace Kamate and Stankovic respectively, holding down the fort at the base of midfield, allowing the likes of Jacopo Martini, Valentin Carboni and Nikola Iliev to bomb forward in support of central striker Paul Jan Zuberek in a formidable looking Nerazzurri lineup. Alberto Aquilani, on the other hand, sticking with his favoured 4-3-3 formation. Tommaso Martinelli in goal for the Viola. A back four made up of Lorenzo Vigiani, Christian Biagietti, Lorenzo Lucchesi and Michael Caiode, who steps in for the suspended Favazuli. All change in midfield for Fiorentina, with Hada, Vitolo, Nardi all stepping out, replaced by Falconi, Amatucci and Krastev. 1/3 of the Tuscans Trident up top, not taking part from the off, with Capasso, the man sacrificed, Berti taking his place alongside captain Tocci and flying left winger Filippo Di Stefano. Cristian Chivo, who represented Inter as a player with distinction, part of that famous treble winning side in the unforgettable 2009-10 season, as Fiorentina get the final of the Supercoppa Primavera underway. Sit back and enjoy the action. The pitch at the U-Power in perfect condition for a game of such importance. Both coaches starting to make a name for themselves in the dugout in their own right. As we mentioned, Kivo winning the treble with Inter. Also representing Roma alongside Aquilani. The pair winning the Coppa Italia together back in 2007. Aquilani already getting further trophies under his belt as a coach. Incredibly, 3 consecutive Coppa Italia crowns for the young manager, 4 in total on the spin for the Viola, allowing them to book their place here in the final of the Supercoppa. Becoming accustomed to this stage. Good possession early on from the team in white, happy to keep the ball out of arm's length from Inter. Going long into Tocci. The Albanian, somewhat of a throwback. An old-fashioned number 9, so adept at holding the ball up and poaching inside the 6-yard box. Flanked this evening by partner in crime Di Stefano. A mistake at the back, however, an early chance for Inter. 1-on-1, and Martinelli forced into an early save, denying Iliev. Fiorentina caught cold in defense. Rastev with the shaky back pass, allowing compatriot Iliev to steal in. Martinelli bailing his defender out of trouble. First corner of the game goes to the Nerazzurri. Jacopo Martini to take. Timo Rastev almost caught blushing there. Corner doesn't beat the first man. Fiorentina with a chance to recompose themselves. Zanotti back to Di Pentima. Di Pentima and Fontana Rosa with a terrific understanding in the heart of that Inter defense. The latter in particular knocking on the door of the senior side as Zubrek darts into the box up against Rastev. This time the defender faring better. Matching the pole, stride for stride. Much like Tocci, Zubrek providing a focal point for the attack. A real pillar to aim at. Physically strong. The likes of Iliev and Martini will be looking to feed off him tonight. Extremely talented Argentine Valentin Carboni back in the side, in the hole, behind Zuberek. The languid trequartista with bags of potential. Looking to thread the passes this evening to unlock that door. Fiorentina's turn to come for Tocci. Looking for the 1-2 with Berti, not quite coming off. Tommaso Berti filling that right wing role, normally occupied by Capasso. Capasso named on the substitutes bench this evening. Berti given the opportunity. Concern here early on for Jan Zuberek. evident pain. Clutching that right leg. Landing awkwardly, as you can see from the replay. Looks to be a nasty one, unfortunately, for the striker. Landing with all his weight on that right knee, buckling slightly under the pressure. And Nerazzurri may be forced into an early change here. Concern on the face of the Poles' teammates, visibly upset. Consoled by Anderson. Kivu forced to rethink his initial ideas. Conversation with Zanotti, and it does indeed look as if Zubirek will unfortunately be able to play no further part in the contest. Inter hastily preparing a replacement. Curatolo will be the man to come on in place of Zubirek, going off on the stretcher. Something that we never want to see. The landing causing the problems there for the striker. His head in his hands. Inconsolable. As the substitution is confirmed, Curatolo to take the injured Zubirek's place at the pinnacle of the Inter attack. Fiorentina moving into Inter territory, cleared by Carboni. A sad sight to see Zubirek leaving the field on the stretcher. Everyone wishing him a speedy recovery and for the injury to not be as serious as first feared here. Inter having to readjust. Curatolo with his first involvement, almost guiding it dangerously into the path of Di Stefano. Carboni trying to work it round the corner. Doggy defending from Lucchesi. Fiorentina have won 2 of the 4 finals participated in this competition. The first coming back in September of 2011 against Roma at the Olimpico. 2-2 after normal time with Gianluca Caprari and Babacar on target on the day. Caprari obviously plying his trade in this stadium now with Monza. Boadou Acosti popping up with the winning header in extra time. Now playing his football in South Korea. As Lucchesi strides forward from the back, upended. It will be a free kick to Fiorentina. Viola were then beaten in back-to-back seasons by Atalanta between 2019 and 2020. Gaining revenge, however, in last season's Primavera TIM Cup. Peel off their ticket once more for tonight's showpiece. Hoping to defend the trophy that they so dramatically won in the previous edition. free kick now in a dangerous position. Di Stefano starting to click into gear. Fiorentina defeating their Tuscan rivals Empoli back in December of 2021. Coming back from 2-0 down. Dramatic 90th minute equaliser from Tocci, forcing extra time. It would finish 3-3, only for Fiorentina to seal the triumph on penalties. An absolute thriller. Lorenzo Amatucci standing over the set piece. A useful position as Bottis organises his wall. Amatucci to strike. A brilliant free kick from Lorenzo Amatucci. And we have liftoff here at the Upawa. A perler from Amatucci. And after 11 minutes, the deadlock broken in style. A peach of a strike from the 18-year-old. One that Alberto Aquilani would have been proud of himself. Beautifully bent over the wall, out of the reach of Bottis. A goal fit for a final. Inter 0, Fiorentina 1. Inter immediately looking for a response. After that glorious strike from Amatucci. You will do well to see a ball better hit than that all week. Pinpoint from the number 8. Something that will surely not go unnoticed by Vincenzo Italiano. Not the start that Christian Kivo would have been hoping for. Losing central striker Zubarek to a nasty injury, and now a goal behind. All to do for the Nerazzurri. Fans who've made the trip undeterred after seeing their side go behind in full support of the players, making the short trip north here to Monza. Christian Kivo with plenty to ponder then in these opening stages, as we get another chance to witness the opening goal of the game, and what a goal it was. Nothing keeper Bottis could do about that one. Top quality from Amatucci. A nasty cut on the face of the Fiorentina defender, potentially requiring lengthy treatment. Viola down to 10 for the time being. Game very much springing into life then with that opener. The shackles coming off. Into having to up the urgency now, making a mistake. Samuel Kriga misplacing the pass. Aquilani will be delighted with what he has witnessed thus far. Inside getting their noses in front within the first quarter of an hour. Kastev back on the field, patched up. Bulgarian, a key component in that Fiorentina rearguard, scoring a goal in the loss to Torino in the league. Also getting 4 first-team call-ups as an unused substitute. Growing in prominence and back on the ball. Into retrieve in the centre, trying to work it through the middle to Carboni. Eventually breaks down. Back to Martinelli. Inter with the high press. Trying to win it back deep in Fiorentina's half. The leaders protecting the ball well. Coyote works it infield. Neat build up from Fiorentina. Not afraid to play the ball around at the back. This time into going long, out of play. Inter coming out triumphant in the league clash between the two sides this season. 1-0 in Tuscany, courtesy of the strike from Nikola Iliev in October. Enough to secure the 3 points for Kivu's team. Fiorentina once again building from the back. Good composure. Goal scorer Amatucci clashing with opposite number Grigar, picking up a booking for his troubles. An eventful start to the game for the midfielder. Going in too hard on the check for Scatena's liking. Raised boot, deserving of the booking. We'll have to watch his step now. The adrenaline coursing, no doubt, after that wondrous goal. Grigar back on the ball. To Zanotti. Fontana Rosa. Work to the opposite flank. Iliev yet to really flicker fully into life in the game. Inter's best chance falling to the Bulgarian. Not fully in the groove, unable to punish the mistake. Trying to burrow down the left here. Arguably the jewel in the crown of this talented Inter side. Nikola Iliev. The Bulgarian, the side's top scorer in the league so far with 4 goals. Incredibly scoring the same amount in a single game of the Youth League against Victoria Pilsen. Crucially to ensure Inter secured 2nd spot in a challenging group. Second to Barcelona, but crucially ahead of Bayern. Fiorentina once again playing a risky game, emerging. Gianni pushing forward. Beautiful ball sprayed over to Coyote. Zip back to the opposite flank to Vigiani. Fiorentina showing their technical quality here. Both sides like to construct from deep. Plenty of fluid movement in the mould of their coaches. Fiorentina On the left now, Coyote getting forward, shaping to shoot. Can't keep it down. Michael Coyote coming forward from the back. Had space on the left there, picked out by Di Stefano, holding his run. Onside. Tough angle to go for goal from. On strike in the championship for the Italian defender. Coming in the 3-1 win over Cesena. Been quite the finish. Inter trying to bring their Bulgarian ace into the fray. Overly eager this time around. Iliev, blistering winger, cutting in from the left. Fiorentina again happy to invite the pressure. Comfortable on the ball, well worked. Viola certainly settled quicker. Their nerves calmed, courtesy of that 11th minute free kick from Lorenzo Amatucci. The difference between the two teams after the first 20 minutes of action. Inter thus far unable to really get Valentin Carboni on the ball. Argentine, highly rated, already brought into the fold by Simone Inzaghi. Making cameos in Serie A, in the loss against Roma, as well as against Hellas. Also making an appearance in the Champions League against Bayern Munich. Son of Ezequiel, who played for Catania. And brother Franco, also involved in the Inter setup, currently on loan at Serie B side Cagliari. Much expected from the 17-year-old Valentin. On the ball here, into Curatolo. Back to the striker. It pops over to Zanotti in space on the right, into Carboni. Inter produce here. Martini, the latest to take up the charge. Solid defending from Coyote. Martini, who scored his first goal for the club in that recent loss against Sampdoria, as Inter fluff their lines in defence once more. Fiorentina with a glorious chance for the second. Duly dispatched by Tommaso Berti. A glorious finish from the right winger, fully justifying Aquilani's decision to draft him in from the start. And Fiorentina double their advantage inside 25 minutes. The ball lost cheaply in defence by Inter and fully punished by Berti. Dervishi at 6s and 7s, getting in a muddle. Berti still had plenty to do. as he drove into the box and picked out that bottom corner. Once again, Bottis helpless. And Fiorentina lead Inter by 2-0. And how the Viola love this competition. Still plenty of the game to go, but a third triumph for Fiorentina in the Supercoppa would bring them level with Juventus at the top with 3 wins apiece. Inter with it all to do here at the U-Power. Fontana Rosa goes long in hope. Fiorentina full of confidence now. The game plan being executed to perfection. Inter having to try and clear their heads. Fiorentina, such experts in the cup competitions. Trying to replicate that winning mentality also in the league. Only managing a 7th place finish last season. Looking to improve upon that in the current edition. Lying in 4th place as it stands. Only 3 back from leaders Roma and Torino. Fresh from that win over Napoli at the weekend to boost confidence coming into this final. Tocci back on the score sheet before Federico Vitolo popping up with the stoppage time winner to ensure the side bounce back from that 1-0 defeat away to Lecce. Another big win over Roma at the start of the year, again by 2-1. Capasso, the man on target on that occasion. Reigning champions Inter, on the other hand, languishing in 13th place, only 17 points amassed. No wins in their first 8 games, had alarm bells ringing. Gradually starting to turn the tide. Had 1-3 on the spin before going down away to Samp last time out. Overrun really by the Ligurians in the first quarter of an hour, where the damage was done, conceding those 2 goals. Too much in the end to come back from, despite Martini's strike. Trying to rediscover the kind of form that saw them emerge victorious in the derby against Milan. Wusu's goal securing the points and City bragging rights that time around. Tocci disrupts that Inter backline. Physically imposing player. Fiorentina with their tails up, looking for a third inside the opening half an hour. Lovely range of passing on display. From back to front. Coyote once more providing the option down the left. Switching to Biaggetti. Fiorentina with their opponents exactly where they would like them. 2 goals to the good. And looking good value for the 2-goal margin, it has to be said. Inter being thrown a major spanner in the works with that early injury to Jan Zuberek. Having to readjust as a consequence. Stunned by that 11th minute free kick from Lorenzo Amatucci. Fiorentina doubling up on the 20-minute mark. Thanks to Tommaso Berti in the driving seat as it stands. Inter trying to change that here. Martini looking for Zanotti. Inter will come again. Anderson. Iliev forced to drop in and try and instigate from deep. Painting a frustrated figure so far, the Bulgarian. Curatolo off and running, well read by Coyote. In to win it back through Carboni, neat feet from the midfielder. Such a stylish operator, it does break down in the end. Fiorentina with space to exploit down the right, should they so wish. Gianni opts to turn back. No undue risks needing to be taken then with the 2-goal lead. Inter still looking for a foothold in the contest. Bentima and Fontana Rosa had a tough afternoon against the Blucerchiati. Montevago in particular giving Fontana Rosa a headache all game. Two Italian under-19 internationals going head-to-head. Both very highly regarded. Fiorentina with Di Stefano. So difficult to stop once he builds up a head of steam. The winger scoring a brace against the Nerazzurri last season in an entertaining 3-3 draw. Speed Merchant back on the ball here. Looking to go past Grigar. 2 for company, down the left, wins the free kick. Zanotti, the guilty party. Combination of Zanotti and Martini, enough to fell Di Stefano. As Fiorentina look to take full advantage of this wounded Inter side, hoping to kill off the game before the Nerazzurri can shake from their slumber. It will be Amatucci to take once more. This time Perhaps looking to set up a teammate. Bottis comes, doesn't claim. Iliev back to lend a hand. Lost again though, Amatucci. The cross is too deep for Vigiani. The fullback scrambling to try and keep it in, can't do so. Once again though, Fiorentina looking dangerous in attack. The long ball this time. Iliev off and running, trying to get there ahead of Martinelli, who was quick off his line. The flag does go up in any case. The Bulgarian looking down the line, going a split second too early. With the pace he possesses, can afford to hold that run. Fiorentina patron Comiso looking on. Will be thoroughly impressed with how his youngsters have equipped themselves in this first half. Plenty of reasons to be optimistic, looking to the future. Bags of talent in both of these sides. Fiorentina's young guns with the advantage. With under 10 minutes remaining of the first period, Carboni drifting past Lucchesi, not Caudet. Uncompromising from the fullback. Neatly done by Martini. Fiorentina remains solid, however, at the back. Inter really finding it difficult to carve out any meaningful opportunities. The best one still that which fell to Nikola Iliev in the opening minutes. The Bulgarian, normally so clinical, couldn't tuck it past Martinelli. Fiorentina firing back with those two goals. Inter starting to build an inkling of momentum, hoping to finish the half strongly. Zanotti over the top. Iliev cutting in from the left on the opposite flank now. Trying to go around Biaggetti, the defender having none of it. Once more the Bulgarian stifled. Eight goals in 25 league appearances last season for Iliev. Explosive talent. One of those, the title-winning goal against Roma to secure the Nerazzurri's record-breaking 10th championship. Naturally attracting admirers from all over European football. Nikola Iliev back on the ball here after having already debuted for his national team. Playing in the Nations League for Bulgaria back in September of last year against Gibraltar and North Macedonia. Good sliding tackle from Lucchesi. And the throw also going the way of the defender. Double ricochet off the unfortunate Martini. little stony-faced. Perhaps preparing that half-time speech, trying to rally the troops. A heavy clash in the meantime between Tocci and Zanotti. Both thankfully back on their feet. Tocci, who uses his frame to such good effect, absorbing the pressure and allowing others to flood forward in support. The decision going against the Fiorentina captain in the end, until the chance to deliver through Iliev. Not the best from the winger. Fiorentina with a chance to move away. Curattolo up against Vigiani, battling hard. Fullback losing it. Anderson. Inter trying to muster a final surge then before the whistle. Starting to see more of the ball. Fiorentina forced the drop a bit deeper. Rosa angling one towards the run of Zanotti, and the foot race with Coyote, happy to see it out. Convincing performance from Michael Coyote in this first half. Getting up and down the left flank. Effective in both areas of the pitch. Fiorentina looking to preserve their notable advantage. Heading into the interval. Carboni looking to pull the strings. Given a preliminary call-up to the Argentine national team by Scaloni. Trying to lock in his services. Eligible for both Biancocelesti and also Italy. Not bad at all for the player born in 2005. Over to Curattolo. Fiorentina losing the flight of the ball there. The shot from the striker wayward in the end. Zanotti reading the intentions of the striker. Lovely ball to find him. The angle was against Curattolo. Full of running after coming on to replace the injured Zuberek. Inter finishing this first half the stronger of the two. Fiorentina, of course, with that 2-goal lead in their pockets. Viola still doing a decent job of preventing Inter from entering any dangerous areas of their territory. Largely pushed out to the wings, finding it difficult to make more inroads infield. Gigar under pressure. Fiorentina looking to try and force another situation that led to the second. Berti pouncing on the error from Dervishi. A ruthless finish from the number 14. Giving Fiorentina breathing space here as we head into 4 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half. Curatolo peeling off to the right, up against Krastev. Robust tackle from the Bulgarian. In the wars already this evening. That cut visible on the left cheek, the right hand heavily strapped. Iliev now with a chance to run at Vijani, a couple of step overs, wins the corner. Sparks of activity from the Bulgarian. We'll be hoping to be even more greatly involved upon the resumption. So looking to finish with a flurry here. Fontana Rosa, the captain, lending a hand in attack, going for the back heel. An elegant operator in defence. Classy on the ball. Zanotti bombing down the right, chance to cross. Peels it back to Carboni, twisting one way and then the other. Engineering the space. Wayward in the end with the strike. A glimpse of what the playmaker is capable of. Selling the dummy to the Fiorentina backline. Couldn't quite get his foot around the ball for the shot. Inter coming forward in waves here. Fiorentina continue to stand firm. Martini having to hook it to stay in play. Fiorentina looking for full custody of the ball in what remains. Martinelli with the dummy on Curatolo. Confident move from the keeper. Zanotti looking for options, has to go back to his captain. Lovely sweeping pass to the left. Inter going through the middle this time. Dervishi, the man fouled. Albanian in for Pelamati this evening. That fault for the second goal. Looking to make amends. Inter perhaps with one final opportunity then before the break. Iliev to whip it in. Fontana Rosa is there once more. Fiorentina clear, and that will do it for the first half here of the Supercoppa Primavera TIM. An engrossing first 45 minutes. Fiorentina leading by 2-0, courtesy of the exquisite free kick executed after 11 minutes by Lorenzo Amatucci. The Viola doubling up 9 minutes later with Tommaso Berti taking full advantage of the mistake in Inter's defence. Fiorentina side playing Plenty of confidence into coming back into the contest as the first half wore on. Unable to produce the goal to show for their efforts. And the Nerazzurri with a mountain to climb in the second half. At the interval here at the U Power, it is Inter 0, Fiorentina 2.
Avanti. Bisogna portarcelo in sala stampa. Lo facciamo dalla, come si chiama? La linear e la line-up e i codini che vanno a retroporta di sinistra. Sicuramente inizia dopo. Sì, sì, è iniziata sempre dopo le prestazioni. Quanto vuoi? No, sulla Supercoppa l'ho fatta io. c'è nessuno. Sì, 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 sì.
Welcome back to the All-Power Stadium here in Monza as the players and match officials emerge ahead of the second half of action. Another glance at the opening goal, a beauty from the boot of Lorenzo Amatucci. Curling the free kick into the corner of the net to get Fiorentina off and running. Viola would double their lead. Minutes later, the mistake at the back from Dervisci, pounced upon by Tommaso Berti. No mercy from the winger. Given his chance in the starting 11 and grabbing it with both hands. And that is how it would remain. Fiorentina leading Inter by 2-0 here in the Supercoppa Primavera final. Looking to defend their crown. Inter forced into changes to try and change the narrative here. A double change from Kivu before the restart. Owusu and Kamate thrown into the mix. Many would have been surprised to see their names omitted from the starting 11. Brought on with 45 minutes to try and turn the game on its head. Kivu slumped in the dugout, looking to impart words of wisdom during the break. Can the Nerazzurri find a way back into the game? Aquilani, understandably, not wanting to tinker too much with a winning formula. No changes for Fiorentina. Inter, of course, forced into that early substitution. Minutes into the game. Polish striker Jan Zuberek forced to exit with what looked like a nasty knee injury, buckling as he put his full weight on the leg coming down. Inter struggling to get up to full speed after that. Quickly behind to that moment of magic from Amatucci. Berti piling on the misery with the second, trying to create further problems here. Fiorentina starting strongly. Seen out well by Dervisci. Aquilani making an astute change to the formation. Initially naming a 4-3-3. Deployed more as a 3-4-3 in the end, with Bulgarian Krastev back in the side to make up that back line alongside Lucchesi and Biaggetti. Watertight so far, allowing Kayode and Vigiani to provide the width as roaming wing backs. Both looking dangerous as they move forward. Carboni largely frustrated up to this point. The Argentine denied space and time in which to operate. Fiorentina with Di Stefano now. Also engaging for the first time since coming on. Powerful Owusu, such an integral part of Kivu's team. A surprise omission from the start this evening. Scored the winner against Milan in the derby. Earlier in the league as Di Stefano jinks inside, eventually stopped by Fontana Rosa. Iliev. We see more from the Bulgarian in the second period. Over to Owusu. Great strength on display, both from him and Kayode. Both looking physically ready, at least for Serie A. Of course, tonight, a brilliant sneak preview of the next crop. that could be gracing their respective senior sides in the not too distant future. Carboni into Curatolo, well worked by Inter. Zanotti steaming forward over to Owusu, seeing plenty of the ball in these opening minutes of the second half. Zanotti turning, teasing it towards the heart of the box. Good play from the fullback, forces the corner. A goal for Inter early in the second period could change the complexion of the game. Usu to take. Swept towards the back post. Fontanarosa collects. The cross from the captain. Hoisted towards the 6-yard box. Well claimed by Martinelli. Fontanarosa found on more than one occasion with the deliveries from set pieces. Good hold-up play from Tocci, chesting it into the path of Di Stefano. The two with such a fantastic understanding. So much of Fiorentina's best play often flows down that left channel. Di Stefano combining beautifully with Favazuli. The latter unfortunate to miss out this evening. Suspended after that red card against Napoli in the league. Desperately disappointed not to be able to take part. Oh, they're doing more than an able job of deputising. Bulgarian Krastev also back in the side. Now there, trying to seize his moment there. Zanotti on the cover. Usu resisting the advances from Lucchesi. It will be a Fiorentina throw, however. 3 goals in the league season for Enoch Owusu. Deployed on the right, Curatolo. Is into siege forward. Tight in the middle, eventually dropping back with the Viola. Both of these sides with formidable academy setups. Plenty of impressive talent being produced in recent years. Often on display in this very tournament. The likes of Wilfried Gnonto coming through the Inter setup. Now making his mark in the Premier League with Leeds United. Berti takes a whack. Dusan Vlahovic famously emerging from Fiorentina's Primavera before taking Serie A by storm. Inter also fetching a tidy sum for Cesare Casadei, sold to Chelsea at the end of last season after his exploits. And we see the likes of Di Pentima and Fontanarosa get their opportunity in the first team, especially given how the situation with Milan Skriniar is evolving. Inzaghi may need to dip into the Primavera and give some of these young players an opportunity. On display this evening. Trying to shine their light as Iliev gets a clattering from Vigiani. Header from Krastev, settling nicely into the game after that early mistake, almost handing compatriot Iliev a chance to open the scoring. Let off the hook. Far more composed since then, as we've become accustomed to seeing a tall defender. To keep their tremendous tradition in cup competitions going. Alberto Aquilani already with 3 Coppa Italia triumphs since taking over. As Valentin Carboni becomes the latest player to go into the book. Going in late, no hesitation from Scatena. Late goal from Paradini, enough to clinch the latest Primavera TIM Cup for Aquilani's side, overcoming Atalanta, enabling them to take part this evening against the reigning Scudetto winners. Inter's shaky league form at present seeping into their performance here at the All Power, looking less assured than in recent years. Nevertheless, possessing enough firepower to still have their say. Berti working it out down the right. Latter trying to poke it towards Di Stefano. Berti taking the second goal with aplomb. The 18-year-old spent a season on loan at Serie C side Cesena last season. Invaluable experience as he takes further contact here. Another yellow brandished by the referee, this time in the direction of Di Pentima. Naively drawn in to the tackle. Perhaps a shade of frustration there from the centre-back. Berti proving to be a slippery customer, difficult to pin down. Long from Lucchesi, searching for the head of Tocci. Inter looking to get it down and play. It opens up for Carboni. Out of nowhere, the Argentine goes alone. The shot towards the bottom corner, well saved by Martinelli. Valentin Carboni springing into life, gliding towards the box. The shot from outside the area, forcing the stretch from the Viola stopper. More defending to do here. Coratolo rising. The best opportunity then for the Nerazzurri since the resumption, going the way of the creative Argentine. Had options to his left and right, chose to go alone. Trying to keep the pressure on. Good feet from Amatucci to evade the tackles. Eventually brought down by Fontana Rosa. Fine work from the midfielder. Already making his mark this evening. With that sumptuous free kick after 11 minutes. Former Roma midfielder in the job since July 2020. Previously in charge of the under-18 team. Wasn't overly impressed with the performance in that win over Napoli. Nevertheless, the side evidently taking confidence from that victory into this game. Surely have had nothing but praise for his players at the break. Aquilani, who won the Supercoppa with the senior Roma side, having a real affinity with the competition. Currently getting the better of former Giallorossi teammate Christian Kivu. Razzurri boss also working through the younger age brackets before taking the helm with the Primavera. Previously in charge of the under 14s, 17s and then 18s. Extremely talented players now making a name for themselves as coaches. Pitting their wits against each other once again this evening. It seems to be Aquilani's tactical tweaks making the difference so far. Width that Gianni and Coyote are providing, causing Inter plenty of problems. Spread to Coyote down the left, trying to bring Di Stefano into the attack, does so well up against the Wusu. The substitute sticking to the task well. It does break to Fiorentina once more, and Di Stefano gliding away from Carboni. Fiorentina in no rush, happy to pick their passes until they get a better look. Back out to Vigiani. Up against Dervishi, a tug of the shirt, play continues. An eye-catching display so far from Lorenzo Vigiani. Biaggetti riding the pressure to keep the move going. Di Stefano losing his footing at the crucial moment. Nevertheless, Fiorentina maintain possession, parked on the edge of that Inter box. Falconi, now Berti. Tocci with a chance to shoot. Trying to angle it towards the opposite corner. A difficult one to gain much purchase on. Opportunities few and far between for the skipper. Plenty of sacrificial work from Tocci. Hard running. Defending from the front. Carboni. Trying to get his foot on the ball as much as possible. Back with the number 10. Picks his head up, the cross towards Iliev. Fiorentina with a chance to break out. Berti. Amatucci turning smartly away from Grigar. Once more, Fiorentina relieve that pressure. Inter unable to make significant inroads since that chance for Carboni. Tocci doing enough to retrieve the ball. Brilliant pass from Falconi. To Vigiani, always the willing runner. This time denied by the Albanian. Long from Zanotti. Trying to set Owusu on his way. Both of these sides also progressing to the next round of the Primavera Cup. Sampdoria await for Inter in the quarterfinals, a chance to try and get some revenge for that defeat last weekend. After overcoming Verona in a 5-4 thriller. Needed extra time to force a winner. Atalanta to make the trip to Tuscany to take on Fiorentina in a repeat of last season's final. After Aquilani's side swept Ascoli aside by 4-1 a couple of weeks ago. Going in search of an incredible 5th straight win in that competition. Trying to make that trophy their personal property. Inter going route 1 yet again, this time towards Iliev. Subdued so far. The Bulgarian. Tocci goes to ground. The advantage given. Fiorentina with an opportunity to move into the vacated space. Di Stefano. Into Amatucci, taking up the baton. Back with the scorer of the first goal. Bundled over by Zanotti. The defender incensed. Zanotti, who made his debut in Serie A last season against Cagliari, almost helping himself to an assist. And Alexis Sanchez been able to convert. Back on duty with the Primavera tonight. As Fiorentina send one into the box. Chiesi noticing the deflection, happy to see it out for the corner. Much like the two centre halves for Inter. Chiesi comfortable on the ball. technically sound. As Amatucci sends it in all the way through to Di Stefano, lurking at the back post towards the middle. Krastev, unmarked, sends his header wide. A glorious opportunity to surely put the result beyond doubt. Timo Krastev will want to have another crack at that one. Undisturbed by those Inter defenders. The Bulgarian really should have done better. A third now for Fiorentina. You feel would surely seal the deal. The rhythm's dropping a touch in the last few minutes. That's some early signs of fatigue as we tick towards the final 20 minutes of the 90. Desperate to try and force at least extra time. Should the scoreline finish level at the end of the 90? An extra 30 minutes to be played. At this stage, something Inter would surely immediately sign up for. Fiorentina, the heavy favourites at this point. Scatena dispenses with another yellow. Another impressive shift down the left flank from Di Stefano. His reputation continuing to grow. Plenty of interested spectators this evening. Some notable names from the world of calcio, making their notes and assessments of these young talents. Cutting their teeth with the Primavera sides, hoping to use it as a platform from which to launch into the senior setups. Usu can't bring it under his control. Zanotti picking up the pieces. Carboni once again offering the option, trying to cause problems, cutting in from the right. The shot from the Argentine, comfortable in the end for Martinelli. 2 goals in a mere 5 league appearances for Carboni before being sent up to the senior team, coming against Bologna and Cagliari. Drafted in tonight to try and help the Nerazzurri secure the silverware. Not working out so far. Fiorentina doing an able job of nullifying that Inter attack. Keeping the likes of Iliev and Carboni largely under wraps. Only takes a minute, of course. The players have that quality to make the difference. Also in that bracket with the fresher legs after coming on at half-time. Fiorentina, however, largely comfortable. Really troubled by the Inter attack. Trying to create something here. It drops to Owusu! And just like that, Inter reduce the arrears. So quiet for so much of this game. A bolt from the blue and black coming off the boot of substitute Enoch Owusu. And all of a sudden we have a game back on our hands here at the U-Power. What a hit from Enoch Owusu. An unstoppable drive. Nothing Martinelli could do about that one. Inter, who have offered so little going forward for the majority of the game, pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Another cracking strike that we have been witness to here in the Supercoppa final. This one going the way of Inter. Halving the deficit with quarter of an hour of the 90 left to play. Once again, throwing the tie into the balance. Poised perfectly now for the grand finale. Inter all of a sudden with added impetus. Had looked largely toothless up until that point. Confidence seemingly draining away. No longer the case. A fresh injection, courtesy of that ripping strike from Owusu. Loses the ball here. Tochi, the first on the scene. Fiorentina having to steady themselves. That sucker punch coming out of nowhere. Pocket of Inter fans galvanized after that spectacular strike. Inter find another before the end. Fiorentina dropping a little deeper now. Iliev delivers. Curatolo racing up against Martinelli, the keeper way out of his 6-yard box. Iliev looking to take advantage. The shot charged down. Corner Inter. And Nerazzurri with the bit between their teeth. Looking to complete the comeback. Stankovic to come on. Di Pentima sacrificed. Opportunity for Stankovic. Krastev going to the turf. Fiorentina with all hands to the pump, trying to preserve this now 1-goal advantage. Viola to make a change of their own. Kalou Sene. The man stripped and ready to enter the scene. Krastev's race looks to be run, having put his body on the line. Battered and bruised. Komulso to come on as well. First job for the striker to do is lend a hand in defence. Pietro Komulso stepping in to fill the void left by Krastev. We'll have to be alert here from the corner. Whipped in by Iliev. Blocked at source by Di Stefano. Inter pressing hard now. Brilliant wing work from the Bulgarian. Forcing the corner. Holding off two. Growing into the game, sensing his moment. Nikolai Iliev whips it in. Kayode this time, the man to repel. Into reload. Curatolo. Can't get significant contact. Martinelli flying out. Inter really laying siege now to that Fiorentina goal. Another corner. Iliev working the angle. Kamate. Poor pass. Fiorentina look to break. Coming forward in numbers. Kayode leading the charge. Onto Sene. Brilliant tackle from Zanotti. Just when it looked as if Fiorentina were about to inflict damage on the counter. What a sliding intervention from the Inter right back. Fiorentina trying to keep the ball out of their own half for a sustained period now. Jinking in field, and the shot off the post! Sene on the follow-up, guides it narrowly wide. Fiorentina a whisker away from re-establishing their two-goal cushion. Di Stefano left frustrated. What a goal it would have been. The final really finishing with a flourish. The game on a knife edge. Owusu doing well to tame it. Inter straight down the other end. Di Stefano back to defend. The sliding Kayode can't prevent the corner. Fantastic entertainment here at the U-Power. Inter looking to force their way through. Another change. Esposito to come on for Dervishi. A defender off. An attacker on. Francesco Pio Esposito. The latest in a long line of brothers playing professional football. The youngest of three after Salvatore, now at Spezia, and Sebastiano on loan from Inter at Anderlecht. Can the youngest sibling have an impact here? Stankovic on to Carboni. The son of Dejan back on the ball. His father in attendance for that league game against Sampdoria. Disappointment on that occasion for the Inter youngster. His father, of course, a Nerazzurri legend, battling to try and keep Sampdoria senior side in Serie A. Sene winning a valuable free kick. Four senior call-ups for Alexander Stankovic, yet to make his debut for Inzaghi's side. One of many there or thereabouts on the brink of getting their opportunity. Looking to boost their chances with a strong performance tonight. Usu doing his chances no harm with that blistering volley to pull Inter back into the final. Fiorentina trying to kill off those hopes here. Vigiani happy to seemingly take the ball towards the corner before winning the set piece. Nice work once again from the winger, met by Fontana Rosa. Both teams showing terrific energy levels right until the end. Di Stefano so close to a wonder goal of his own. Sene with quick reactions couldn't quite guide it home. Amatucci with the corner straight into the gloves of Bottis. The ball going out of play before travelling back in. Inter keen to get on with it. Carboni. Loose from Owusu, straight to Berti. We saw what happened in the first half when that happened. Another yellow card. This one for Enoch Owusu. Frustrated after having given it away, trying to atone. Going in late on Falconi. Vitolo to come on for Fiorentina. For goal scorer Berti. An outstanding performance from the attacker. Vitolo takes his place for the final few minutes of regular time. Vitolo popping up with the late winner against Napoli at the weekend. Fiorentina minutes away from defending their title. A triumph that would take them level with Juventus on 3 Supercoppa crowns. Inter having to go to the well, trying to dig out an equaliser, eke out a final chance perhaps. Beautifully cushioned by Fontana Rosa. Amatucci, however, getting there ahead of Carboni, the Argentine, booked as a consequence his second, leading to the dismissal. Inter down to 10 players for the final couple of minutes. Carboni largely frustrated this evening. Such a talented player. But Fiorentina have played him well. Taking his leave early. As the Viola look to close out with the man advantage. Inter seemingly unable to do what the senior side did a week ago in Riyadh. Bringing the trophy home at the expense of city rivals Milan. Fiorentina with that rampant first half display. Going into the break with the 2-goal lead, courtesy of Amatucci's glorious free kick, followed up by the strike from Berti. Substitute Owusu throwing the game back into peril for the Viola with that rocket of a shot. With a quarter of an hour remaining. Fiorentina battening down the hatches since then. 4 minutes of added time to be played. Is there time for late twists and turns here in Monza? Forward from Stankovic, helped on by Esposito. The attacker out to Fontanarosa in a more advanced position now. Martinelli getting there in time to prevent the corner. Providing his defence with plenty of reassurance. Tommaso Martinelli. Another player with a growing reputation. Only enhancing it this evening. Took something truly brilliant to beat the Fiorentina goalkeeper. Zanotti increasingly agitated up against Di Stefano. Terrific battle between those two all evening. Neither backing down. Esposito looking to flick it towards Curatolo. Fiorentina once again diligent on defensive duty. Half of the added on time now elapsed. Into having to throw everything they have at their opponents. The last roll of the dice. Free kick given. Pensive. Stankovic to send this one deep into the Fiorentina box. Jostling with Vigiani. Bottis coming up to try and write his name into the history books. All the way through to Martinelli, who gleefully holds on to the ball, and was that Inter's final opportunity. Iliev, the difference maker in the league playoff final last season, striking late to secure Inter's crown. seemingly not to be this evening for the Bulgarian and his teammates. Sene takes the ball to the corner. Stankovic and Zanotti prize it away. The long ball to Curatolo. The whistle goes. The final whistle is blown by Scatena. Fiorentina once again reign supreme in the Supercoppa Primavera TIM. Back-to-back triumphs in the competition for Aquilani's side. Their incredible run in cup competitions continues for Coppa Italia's on the spin. Now 2 consecutive Supercoppa Primaveras and a well-deserved victory for the Viola, building a solid advantage in the first half through that wondrous free kick after 11 minutes from Lorenzo Amatucci. Fiorentina doubling their lead on the 20-minute mark thanks to Tommaso Berti's arrowed effort into the corner, leaving Inter with a mountain to climb in the second half. The Nerazzurri giving it their best shot. Ino Kawusu off the bench to halve the deficit with a lovely volley past Martinelli. But Fiorentina would hold firm and secure the victory. Final score at the U Power in the final of the Supercoppa Primavera. Inter 1, Fiorentina 2. Keepers shaking hands after having put in admirable performances, particularly in the case of Martinelli. Something special required to beat him. The 1 goal not enough for the Nerazzurri. Fiorentina getting the job done. 2 first half strikes proving to be a solid enough lead to defend going into the second period. Players celebrating with their fans. Future looks bright for the Viola. Tomorrow stars shining tonight in Monza. Academies seemingly in rude health. Lani securing further silverware to add to his burgeoning reputation as a coach. Raced the field so successfully as a player, cutting his own path in the dugout. Disappointment for Fontana Rosa and his teammates who trudge off. Who played his part, perhaps introduced slightly too late, saved by Kivu initially. Under a strike to give Inter a fighting chance. Difficult to begrudge Fiorentina the victory. Creativity, diligent defending, particularly in the second half. Fabulous collective effort from everyone in a white shirt this evening. Enjoying the scenes for these young players. man, putting in impressive display. Aquilani's decision to field a 3-4-3, thoroughly vindicated. Lucchesi and Piagetti providing a solid barrier in the heart of defence, allowing Vigiani and Coyote to move forward and provide additional support in attack. Comiso in the midst of the celebrations, engulfed by the players. A lot of credit has to go to that man there, Alberto Aquilani. Still only a mere 38 years of age. Prepare for the trophy ceremony. The players forced to mull over what could have been. Enjoy the viola as they get ready to party. Scatena and his team. Correct calls this evening. To be for Mr. Kivu this evening. Able to add to that championship triumph last season. Really get more opportunities for silverware with this team in the future. Such is the talent at his disposal. Match officials collect their medals. Fiorentina forming the guard of honour. Losing finalists. Rosa leading his team. First to collect his runners-up medal. What a future the young centre-back surely has ahead of him. As does Inokubuzu. Plenty of pace, power, athleticism. Side emphatic finishing, as we saw with the goal. The likes of Carboni and Iliev unable to play at their devastating best this evening. Credit has to go to the Fiorentina backline for that. Those two ripping through defences in the Primavera Championship. Not on this occasion. To their credit, Inter sticking around. Glumly to return the favour. Mark of respect to the champions. I'd rather be anywhere but here in this moment, doing the right thing. As the winners are announced. Producing that save from Carboni. Score still at 2-0. Commanding in his area. harder. And Nardi, unused substitutes. Jetti, fundamental in the heart of the defence. Chiesi tentatively getting the first touches on the trophy. Fiorentina will look to take this success into their league form. Going well in the championship. Despite all the cup success in recent seasons, only managed a 7th place finish in the previous edition. Only 3 points off the top this time around. What a year it could still prove to be for Aquilani's men. First trophy in the bag. There'll be more to follow. To turn their attentions to moving further up the table and trying to progress in the youth league. Still plenty to look forward to from their perspective, but this evening is all about the Viola, who lift the trophy. Elion Tocci lofting the trophy to the skies, and the young Viola players celebrate, and they will do so long into the night. Deserving champions for the 2nd year running, beating Inter here at the Power by 2 goals to 1. Tocci, the captain, so often doing the dirty work up top, defending from the front, making the sacrifices for others to get forward around him. Universally respected by his teammates. Time for the photos and further celebrations from Isot, with his opportunity to hoist the trophy aloft. Next generation of Fiorentina looks to be in safe hands. Evening to remember for these youngsters. The trophy in the cabinet. That's all we've got time for this evening. We hope you enjoyed the action. Final score here at the Power Stadium in the final of the Supercoppa Primavera. Inter 1, Fiorentina 2.
Stanno là con il
partita ho fatto io lo sai qual è? 2-0 con Cittadella, non siamo andati via. L'ultima partita di questo. Infatti quando ho visto molto, bene,
No, ma la conferenza stampa è dopo la relazione, non prima. È sempre dopo.
Last season's league winners Inter took on reigning cup champions Fiorentina in the Supercoppa Primavera TIM final, with the first trophy of the campaign up for grabs. Fiorentina looking for back-to-back wins in this competition. Inter looking to revive a stop-start campaign after securing their 10th league title last season. Had a golden opportunity in the opening moments, almost catching Fiorentina cold. Iliev running straight through, on goal denied by Martinelli, saving Krastev's blushes. And then after 11 minutes, a moment of magic from Lorenzo Amatucci to break the deadlock. A sumptuous free kick from the midfielder, curled over the wall and past Bottis. Fiorentina with the advantage. The Viola growing in confidence, would double their lead. 9 minutes later, Berti pouncing on uncertainty at the back for Inter, slicing all the way through before composing himself for the finish. And Fiorentina 2 goals up and running wild at the all-power. A moment to forget for Christian Dervishi, the Albanian. Getting in a muddle, still plenty left for Berti to do, however. Inter trying to clear their heads and mount a comeback. Captain Fontana Rosa trying to lend a hand up from defence. Zanotti back to Carboni. The Argentine twisting one way and then the other before firing wide, as he tried to exert his influence. Fiorentina, however, would preserve their 2-goal lead at the halfway stage. Changes a foot for Inter before the resumption. Enoch Owusu off the bench. Carboni with the opportunity opening up in front of him, choosing to go alone. The low shot well saved by Martinelli. Iliev frustrated, wanting the pass from the number 10. Fiorentina absorbing pressure for large parts of the second period, still posed a threat coming forward. Captain Tocci finding a pocket of space. The captain flicking on this time to the ever dangerous Di Stefano. The cross back into the mix. Krastev unmarked. Couldn't keep his header on target. Inter coming back. Owusu with an absolute thunderbolt to halve the deficit after 74 minutes. And give the Nerazzurri a chink of hope going into the final quarter of an hour. A blockbuster hit from the substitute. Nothing Martinelli could do with that one. Setting up a tense finale. Fiorentina almost restoring their 2-goal cushion through Di Stefano. What a lovely goal it would have been as well. Denied only by the woodwork. Inter growing ever more frustrated, down to 10 men, and Fiorentina would hold on for the victory. Back-to-back wins in the Supercoppa for the Viola. Further silverware for the club and for Alberto Aquilani, his reputation going from strength to strength as a coach, as is that of these young players, the next generation of Fiorentina players, looking very promising indeed. The Viola lift the trophy to the sky and celebrate long into the night. Final score at the U-Power: Inter 1, Fiorentina 2.